What you doing?
You doing the regatta shuffle
Hi,
right
Daddy.
now?
What you doing?
You doing the regatta shuffle right now? Oh, a little skull.
Yo, it's Dyson Night. Episode 70 of the Sup'm Show is on the way. Let me turn down my background music, experimenting with some new skills. Beginning the show. Forgot I did a little one too, but we up and about it now. I see Ans is in the background. Dr. Kent Bazard, there you go. Let me bring y'all in. What's up, people? Y'all feeling good?
Cold. Okay, well, I can't say that to you because I know you colder than me. But good.
It's my favorite weather, bro. I love it. I love
Ans,
Yay.
how come wives don't know when to shut up?
Hold on, let me get my drink first.
Oh,
Maybe I
hey,
think I might need a drink too because
So,
oh, you come right out the gate.
where are the obedient women
I don't know.
in 2024? What is y'all's problem? Like, what is going on? I watched this. Okay, for those of you that are just joining us at the top of the show, the topic is obedience and shut-up-ness in a marriage. And I like to start by saying this. The person that came up with the wording of the title has chickened out of the show. Y'all know who in here. Y'all see who's not here.
He ain't coming today.
Check it out. Check it.
Ain't checking out of the show. No, I'm clowning. Juan said he'd be 5 minutes late. I know he gassed up for this show today because for some reason, and I totally agree. I've been seeing it for a minute. I've been seeing it for a while. I've seen that there's a TikTok and a Instagram, well, a Reels trend where there are women that are just contrary. I'll say it like that, to what it normally is. And I guess life is kind of different in 2024. It's not like how it used to be back in the day when the men were allowed to chastise their wives when their wives got out of line. Discipline. Yeah, discipline. What happened to the discipline? You don't feel women need discipline anymore?
Women aren't children. Y'all won't be with children. Y'all pedophiles now.
What? You can't say that word on YouTube.
This is the perfect topic.
You didn't send me the list.
Hold on now. This is the guys. Good afternoon. Sorry for being late. I had to make sure the spotlight captured all this beauty before I turned on the camera. So I'm here.
Right, there we go.
This is the perfect. This is the perfect topic for Ans to obey.
Seriously, I've seen a few reels, and this is what brought it to my attention, where women were talking about being obedient to their husbands, and they were getting dragged as if they said something wrong. What's wrong with being obedient?
Okay,
May I?
Give me an example of being obedient.
May I?
Absolutely.
May I?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
9 times out of 10, right? Now it all depends on what you consider being obedient to.
Right.
All right. Now, but on the other hand, hold on, Hans, don't jump all the way in on my boat yet. My boat don't have room for you. My boat don't have no room for you today.
Go on, man.
So the majority, Dyson, in my opinion, what I've noticed too, the majority of women who jump on the bandwagon, but girl, they single. They single, man. So for one, they don't even know what it takes to keep a marriage going. Now, once again, I'm not talking about you got to obey every single thing like a kid. That's not what I'm talking about here. But those ones that be the first to speak out, like, hey, listen, they're not married, number one. They ain't had no man like 10, 20 years. Multiple baby daddies. Come on, man. They're not qualified to talk.
About not being obedient to their
No.
husband.
They're not qualified to talk about a long-term relationship, no matter which way you cut it. Because they ain't in none, they couldn't keep none.
Ooh.
What do you say, Dr. Kent Bazard? What do you think about what I just said?
I agree. I agree with you mostly. My opinion overall is kind of a hybrid opinion, though. To be honest, kind of somewhere in the
Hybrid. What
middle.
is this? When you press brakes, you
Yeah,
get more fuel. What happened? Hybrid. What is that?
because
Yo, look at Iron's face.
I know she got the lean. She got the full lean to the side on today. This way.
I'm just listening.
no, because I consider myself leader, head of the home, and all that stuff, right? Not in a chauvinistic, arrogant,
Right.
or abusive way.
Tyrant way.
Yeah,
Okay.
tyrannical. Whatever. I don't consider myself in that way. I don't think that's the
Okay.
way a man should. I think weak men have pushed themselves in that kind of position.
Yes.
If you have to be abusive to be the head of your home, then you're weak, right?
You weak.
Okay.
You should be.
Agree.
Okay.
You should be. I believe that you should be strong enough that your woman should want. I mean, I say woman. I mean your life partner now should want to follow your lead, right?
Yes. You speaking.
So as far as being obedient,
I
as far as
don't get
being
no clap
obedient,
tonight
that
though.
should
Shit.
come easy. That should come easy to the woman if you have your act together. Now,
Yeah.
on the other hand,
That's very
there is a
relative. I mean,
trend.
that's very.
It is, and there is a trend. There is the trend where I think there's kind of a confusion in feminism where the newer feminists are all about, you know, don't tell me nothing, I am this and whatever, right? Whatever they're talking about. And
Mm-hmm.
I think the newer
Mm-hmm.
feminists are different from the traditional feminists, the like our mothers, like they're a little different. So that's why you're seeing all that stuff on the internet right now. That's why you're hearing all those things that you're hearing. And they call these women who
Excuse
want
me, one.
to be quote unquote submissive to their husband. They call them pick me's.
Yeah.
They I don't want, and I agree. And again, this is where it's hybrid. I don't want a woman who just does what I say just to make me happy. I need you to have a brain and be
Yeah.
able to tell me, hey, you know what? I know this is what you want to do, but this doesn't sound right. Maybe you should try this, or this might not be a good idea because XYZ. Not because I'm a woman, because XYZ. Not
Right.
just because you're a female is why I should listen to you. I should
So you
listen
want
to
him to
you
take
because
you want to take so you want him to take a logical standpoint on what needs to be done. And we all know the word
you just
logic
have a brain.
and certain women don't go together.
That
I
was
just
my.
think the
I
You
was
need
going
a
to
term.
chime
brain.
in
I
right there.
don't
Okay,
need
hold on.
logic.
Yeah.
You
What
need
you
a
think?
brain.
I just think the term obedience is what is, I don't know, makes some women kind of cringe because
But
what
here's the
Dr. Kent because what Dr. Kent just
Be
described
obedient, Kent.
is he said it perfect. You
Wow.
know, the husband being the head of the household and so on and so forth, and being able to, I should have had a sticker just to stick just right there. Again, and only weak men, like he said, feel the need to um be abusive and all those other things, so forth. I think it's just the wives need to be obedient. Just that. Because when you think of obedience, when I think of obedience, I think of children, I think of animals. I don't think of a wife or a life partner.
So what do you think
But
about? So what do you think about when they say
let me jump in there.
shut-upness?
Let me jump in there.
hold
Let me
on.
jump in there. Before you go to shut up, before you go to shut up this, because I don't have nothing to say about that.
Because see, that would
Before
be
you
a
go
weak man. Oh,
before
in
you go
my
to
opinion, that's
before
a
you go
weak
to
man who would say that.
let's talk about obedience for a second. Here's what I
Go
mean,
ahead.
but here's what going deeper into obedience, right?
Yeah.
Now, after we've reached the point of I've made my point, my partner made her point, she gave me a counter argument, I listened and I've made my decision. You follow my decision. That's obedience.
I don't see that as being
Okay.
obedience.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Okay. Okay. Time
even if
out.
you don't
Time out.
agree, even if you don't agree with my decision, you follow it. That's
I wouldn't say
obedience.
it's a. I. It, I don't
So what
know.
would you?
Oh,
So what other
I
oh,
word
see
would
it
you substitute
more.
there, Hans?
I see it more
me give you
as,
all the
you
talk of
know
the show.
what?
Go ahead.
You've already shown me that, I could trust you. And if you feel strong enough about this, even though I have my opinions, I trust your lead. I don't
Right.
feel like
How
that's, oh, I'm being obedient.
What do
how
you
If
mean?
that's
many
So what would you
trusting
call it?
someone's
So,
lead.
So what you call it, trust?
That's exactly what I call it, a trust.
So basically, after you trust, we go into the segue of shut-upness.
No, I don't think
Why
so.
Here's
not?
okay. Hold on.
I don't think so.
Women, well, not women, but people. I
I'm not
guess
even
no
gonna
women.
allow you to take me there
I
today.
just know how to push buttons. Don't
Before
I?
we get into that, right?
Mhm.
Here's my thing.
Hands buttons.
Yeah.
How many situations we have to get into, whereas I say to do X, Y, and Z. I say that we should do X, Y, and Z. You say we should do A, B, and C because you make the most noise and you don't know, you have absolutely no shut-upness. We end up doing A, B, and C. A, B, and C ends up very extremely wrong for the 70,800 billionth time.
Wait, A, B, and C
And
was your choice?
no, A, B, and C was her choice.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I said X, Y, and Z,
Right.
right? X, Y, and Z turns out to be the right choice for 7 million times.
Right.
But still, there's no shut-upness inside this female, or there's no obedience. It's always a battle. It's always probably what the doctor was talking about just now.
Well, then y'all don't supposed to be together because y'all
Yeah,
ain't on the same page.
at that point, you need to call the curve.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all ain't on the same page. But I don't
Yeah.
feel like there's much battle when two people choose to be together and two people are on the same page.
So, Ans, let me ask you something. All right. So, have you and your significant other ever got into an argument? Nothing crazy, just a minor
I
argument.
disagree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And has it ever gotten to the point where he was right, you know he's right, but you're still trying to prove your point?
Never.
So basically, what he say ends. That's that, right?
What do you mean?
So
If
in
he's
that
right, you
particular
wrong,
situation,
you
when
shut
you're
up.
wrong and he's right, that's that, right?
So if he turns out to be right and I was wrong,
Uh-huh.
are you asking, do I acknowledge that he was right?
No, I'm acknowledging at that point, do you obey and go into shut-upness?
I'll never shut up.
How about be
Guys,
quiet?
come
How
on
about be
now.
quiet?
Can't do it. I just know those buttons, boy. I'm just a master at this.
Let
I
me flip the
mastered.
script. Let me flip the script for one quick second.
She fall
If
right
we in
into
a
that.
debate,
Hans,
Hey.
Hans, question. Why not? Why not? Even if you're wrong, why wouldn't you shut up if you're wrong? Because we supposed to
No,
shut up if you're
so
wrong.
what I
So
so here's the thing.
why
I
can't
think
you?
it's the term. It's the term that's triggering. And just like he just said, he knows the points.
So quietness then.
So
Well,
Quietness.
the term is
I wouldn't
intentional
even
to
say
trigger.
quietness because I would literally just be like, okay, love, you were right. I trust you. I trust your judgment on this. And
Would
then
you
we
say
go
those exact
on,
words
but we
though?
may go on and talk about something else. There's no
No, no, no,
sitting
no,
in
no,
the
Hans,
no,
that's
no,
two
corner
no,
being
different
no, no.
things.
like, shut
Don't
the
move.
hell up.
That's two different
Don't
things.
move the
I feel
goalposts. Don't move the
That's two
goalposts. That's
different
not what we're talking about. Moving
I
on to
feel
No,
women
something
are
I'm
else.
talking
masters of
about.
that.
Or wait, I
Women
mean,
women are masters of that.
Don't
I'm
move the
just
goalposts.
trying. I am
No.
trying to completely
Yes.
understand what you guys mean when you say
But that's
shut-upness.
two
Do you
different. That's two
mean?
different
Let me
things.
ask.
When you
Or
say
Who
do
when you
who
you
wants
say
to
mean?
explain
right,
what it means?
Do you mean that after it turns out that he was right, I just sit down and shut up? Is that what you mean?
Yes. Yes.
So what would
Yes.
be the point of that? Now we just sitting there in silence? That's dumb.
No, 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 no. You sitting there in silence.
Oh, okay, your wife sitting there in silence, not me.
So hold on. But you just acknowledged that he was
Acknowledged
right.
what? Yes, but
You
then
just said yes
but
there,
why
you're
do we
right.
need to be quiet? Why can't we go on and have conversations about
But
other
that has
things?
nothing to do with
Because
the
see,
thing that you just acknowledged that I
saying
was
that
right
she
in.
needs to sit
I
down
don't
and
have
shut
enough
up
light
sounds
on
like
me.
But
punishment. That's what that
Hear me
sounds
out.
like.
Okay,
You
hear
sit
me out.
down, shut up, and think about
Ants,
how you were wrong.
Ants,
That's what that sounds like to me.
right now, you need to read the title of the show.
Excuse me?
Sorry. 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 I'm gonna put y'all to the top.
Listen,
Y'all
let
carry
me
on.
explain it again. Now, Dyson, could you please acknowledge that spotlight on yours, truly, please?
Sure.
Thank you. That's gorgeous. Anyway, Ants, what I'm saying, if you have a discussion with your
how many
husband,
drinks?
right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I can run
The
out of liquor
discussion comes out
early.
that he's right in y'all
Yes.
discuss y'all back and forth.
Right.
You have acknowledged at that point, you will say, okay, here, okay, there, you're absolutely right. Right?
Yes. Yes.
And then after that, do you be quiet?
For what?
No. I'm not talking about another topic. On that particular
Or you
topic,
mean leave
does it
that
stop?
alone?
No.
You
Answer my
mean leave
question,
that
please.
topic alone?
Right. So what is that? So you leave a topic alone. What are you doing?
I'm going on to the next one.
No, and at the
You don't have
same
to
time,
leave,
what are
you
you
don't
doing
have
on
to
that
leave it
topic though?
alone.
You bring it to a close, right?
I'm letting
We
it
don't have to
die.
leave it
It's
alone.
done. It's
But
done. I leave it
that's what we
alone.
mean by shut-upness.
It don't have to
Well,
be
that's
done.
not what I take, but I gave you my understanding of shut-upness. That's your
No, it doesn't
understanding,
have to
and I
be
gave you
done. It
my
doesn't have to be
understanding.
done. As it don't have to be done because we could be the discussion could be ongoing. The discussion, the point itself could be ongoing. So the discussion don't have to be done.
So,
The
but
point is
what
the
I'm
point he's
saying
making
is,
is once you realize he's right, you be quiet and listen.
no,
Right.
That's what you
you be
say.
what? Say it again. Say the ending.
Quiet
I'll be
Whoa.
what?
and listen
And listen to what?
to
That's
what
the
he's
point that
saying.
he's right, and he
That's
made
the
it.
point.
He's right.
I don't understand what kind of ball juggling y'all
Pause.
need after a
Pause.
man is
Big
correct.
ones, big ones, big ones,
I,
big ones.
I don't understand because
Bowling ball size ones.
if I've
I
already
don't,
acknowledged that he is correct and you were
the
right on
discussion
that
doesn't have to
level,
be over
like I don't
because
understand.
he's
There
correct.
shouldn't be a carry on of the topic. There shouldn't not even be nothing else to say from
So at
his
that
No,
part
point,
or
not
okay,
mine.
great. You just
necessarily.
said it.
Not
So what you
necessarily.
got it. So at that point right there, you just said there should be nothing else to be said. Correct?
On that topic.
Yes, you said that just now, right? That's your
I
words.
did.
So at that point, what are you doing?
Moving on to the next one.
No, you're giving
No,
what we call
and
shut
and
upness.
and that is your opinion, and I gave you mine.
So here's the thing, and this is the question I'm asking.
Mm.
When we get to this point where you realize and you have come to the conclusion and admit that your significant other is right and you're
Yeah.
ready to move on to the next thing, is that just to be in some type of debate where you have the opportunity to be right and to continue talking as to not shut up? Like,
Dyson. No, start over, Dyson.
okay, you said move on to the next thing.
Right.
You said so after you this next thing, what is this next thing? Is this next thing, oh honey, did you have a great day today? Or is this
Anything.
this 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 the next thing, the next debate that you have, in this next
No,
decision that
man.
needs to be made between two people? Because what we're talking about, but the topic is when two
But you.
people come together.
Uh-huh.
Hold on, we got it. When two people come together
Hmm.
and you come to a situation where you have a disagreement about something, and one person has an opinion as to which direction you should go on the point, and the other person says we should go in the opposite direction, the complete polar, right? Opposite. And you have this talk out um, um, session that Dr. Kent was talking about, because he doesn't want a woman that doesn't have a brain. He needs a woman with a brain who can come up with reasons why we should go her way instead of going my way. Right? We good. We together?
That's what I said.
Okay. So now there's a situation where you say, the woman says go. Hold on, there needs to be equal
Yes,
respect and
Miss
relationship.
B.
Yeah,
Agreed,
we
which
get that,
means,
but nine
which
times out of ten, it's
means,
never
I don't
period at the story
understand
when it
the
comes to y'all.
upness and all these.
It
no,
really
no.
listen.
Oh
Hold on a
Lord, y'all,
second.
let me finish.
Tyson, Tyson,
Okay, I was
Tyson, give
taking
me
too
this.
long anyway. Yeah, I was taking too long. Go ahead.
Tyson, let me do this for my time for me.
Glow,
Hold on
doctor,
this.
glow, man, glow.
My boy gorgeous
Uh,
today, Jackie, but he gorgeous.
I can't do it right. You do it perfectly, but I can't do
You
it.
know, because I'm used to doing it. Go ahead.
It's the Vogue. What is
That's
Vogue,
it,
right?
all day. Vogue, nigga, Vogue.
Yeah. So let me be extremely clear because I don't like to be misunderstood.
Okay.
So this is why I repeat myself as much times as I have to. Like I said, I do not need a woman that is not going to be able to have a discussion with me and give me an opinion. She's absolutely useless in my life. I
Yeah.
would not associate myself with such a woman. She's not going to contribute to my life and my carrying on of business. Then
Hmm.
she's not worth my time, right?
But hmm
So, but
you said more than that the first time, no.
yeah, I still consider myself, and I expect her to consider me the head of the household. That's why she married me. We took some vows. Anybody remember those vows? Say before God. Anybody remember those vows?
I
Anybody
do.
remember those?
I
Let's
skipped the part of
let's
my
talk
vows
about
that said obey.
Anybody remember
I
those?
omitted those. Those were
pa-
omitted.
Okay.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. So you admitted those part of your vows?
I absolutely did
Why?
My point is,
because I chose to.
my point
Okay,
is,
so, Kate, since you want to do all twisty neck, hold on, Ken, I got this. I got this.
I'm literally cracking my neck.
We got a sassy one today. Dyson, if you may,
The
please.
sassy one wearing black. That's the sassy one right
Dyson, Dyson, if you may,
there.
please. That's good. That's
Mr.
a gorgeous picture right
Sassy.
there.
so that's
So,
how you do.
Ernst, you said you omitted the obey part out of your vows, correct?
I
These are your
did,
words.
correct. Yes,
Huh?
my word. Yes.
So, would it have been cool if your significant other would have omitted certain things out of his vows that you value?
He could have written his own. I still would have married him.
Hmm.
Aw.
So
So,
if you
writing
admit
your
the
own
part, if
vows
you admit
and
the part
sticking
that
to a
said
certain, it's
forsaking
different.
all
That's
others,
a different story.
I can't
suppose you
understand.
admitted the part that said forsaking all others.
There you go.
Pardon?
That's what I was
Suppose
getting
you
at. Go ahead,
admitted
Ken.
the part that said forsaking all others.
Well, thankfully he did not. So we don't
So,
even
what
have
if
to
he
have
did?
that
But what if he
discussion.
did? Would you still marry him?
We would have
Anyway,
laughed about it.
Y'all would have laughed about it. All right.
We definitely would have, just like we laughed about
Yeah.
when the
Yeah.
minister said and to
Yeah.
obey.
Yeah.
It was funny. It was
Yeah.
funny
Yeah. Sure,
for
you would.
everybody there.
anyway, I'm
Sure,
glad
you
you
would.
finished that. So let me finish my point, please.
Go
As I
ahead,
was saying,
go ahead, Doc.
it's nice to leave it up. But as I was saying, it has nothing to do with respect.
It
As a
doesn't.
matter of fact, it's not about equal respect. Like one has more respect than the other. It is absolutely all about respect. All right. The husband and the wife, like K Mac is saying, are one. We are one, but one is the head and one is not.
Correct.
Exactly.
So we could be one. We will be one, and we are one. But one is the head. It can only be
Yes.
one head. Correct?
Yes.
Everybody agrees with that. So if there is one head, that means that that head makes the decision, and the rest follow, obey, whatever you want to call it. If you don't want to use the word obey, we use another word. But you're gonna follow, and that's just the way it should work. Now, if you're with somebody who you don't believe that you should follow, then don't follow. I'm not saying that if I say go make me a piece of bread or some sandwich, you're supposed to go and do it. Also going to whip your backside.
And
That's
that's
not that's not what the vows were intended to say. Let's start there. It's not what the vows were intended to say. People misunderstand that, and people have kind of corrupted it from this socialistic nonsense point of view. That's not
And they
what the
take
vows are
vows out
intended
and
to mean.
rewritten them and all that.
It absolutely does not mean that you have a slave. So if you is that what you think the vows say, you misunderstood the vows. That's not what they say.
That's not what it
All right.
said.
You cannot acknowledge the rest of the
can I
vows.
ask you something?
Wait, hold on, let me finish this. You
Who is
cannot
Miss
acknowledge
P?
the
Who is Miss
rest.
P? Because I really like her. The
She's my
moment she
wife.
said something, Dr.
She's
That's
my
his
Ken
wife.
wife.
did a full spin around.
Listen,
Whoever
listen,
that is,
listen.
I like Miss P.
She's my wife. The
Oh,
moment,
that
the
makes
moment,
perfect sense.
the
That's why you
moment.
switched it up.
Hold on, listen. The moment you consider this person your slave, then the rest of the vows mean nothing. Y'all don't listen to the whole vows. Read
Agreed.
the whole vows.
Agreed.
Repeat the whole vows. You cannot honor the vows if you consider somebody a slave. You can't. None of you read the vows. So the vows
Exactly.
have nothing to do with slavery. That's an extreme exaggeration.
Case. Yep.
There's a head, and then there's the support, the help meet, the follow. This is what we all believe, right? Right.
I have
So
heard.
that help meet is supposed to obey, and the head is supposed to follow. Now you're supposed to find yourself somebody worth following. Find yourself somebody worth following. It's
Correct.
as simple as that. And
My boy,
men, be somebody
my
who's
boy
worth
preaching
following.
today, boy.
That's
Oh.
all it is.
Listen, I gotta respectfully disagree with K-Mac on that. It's not why you write your own vows.
You
The
can do what you
vows,
want to do.
hold on, don't jump off the mountain yet. Hold on, relax, man. Your parachute may not work. Relax. Now, like I was saying,
Just go.
the vows or the vow. Listen, it's a reason why those vows are in place from those days. There's a reason for that.
You know how many
What's the
things were in
reason?
place from those days that are not
Let
the
me ask-
same now today?
Okay, you rewrite the Ten Commandments.
Okay, if the husband is the captain and the ship is going down,
Then you pick a bad captain. Pick a better captain.
There you go.
You pick a bad captain. Pick a better
You pick a
captain.
bad captain, the boat going
Then you
down.
pick a captain.
The captain is still a human being, which means the captain is not always right, which means the
No, you
captain is
have
not
good
perfect.
captains
You're
and you have
moving the
bad
goalpost again.
captains.
You're moving the
You have
goalpost
good
again, Hans.
captains
You're moving the
and you have bad
goalpost.
Facts.
captains. That's it.
Facts. It's
You're moving
You
the
have
facts.
good
goalpost.
captains
Just
and bad
being the
captains.
head, being the captain,
You're
being
moving
the
the
leader,
goalpost.
whatever you want to group it as, that does not make them perfect.
No, we're
That
not
does
talking
not
about
Nobody
make
perfect
them
here.
said they're being
always right.
perfect.
But
No
we're not
man,
talking
how
about
Nobody,
perfect
nobody
though.
awesome.
said
But
anything
nobody's
No
about
talking
being
about
man, how
perfect.
perfect.
awesome of a follower.
Nobody said
No
We're
nothing
not
man is
about
so
that.
talking about
awesome.
perfect though.
The wife surely isn't perfect. Who said the wife is perfect?
Exactly.
Nobody said she is.
So neither is the husband. Nobody's
But you're
perfect.
all no, but hear me out though.
But the
Hear me
husband
out.
is the head.
Look at
I'm not
Tyson.
arguing that. I'm not arguing that.
Yes,
The
you
only
are.
point I'm arguing is
You are.
it ain't always just a husband's decision.
He doesn't have to
I've
be
Absolutely
right.
not.
heard
He doesn't
Juan
have to be.
say
He doesn't have
that
to
Hold
he
be
on.
will
right.
hear his wife
Being in
out and
charge,
still do
being
what
in
he
charge,
wants to do. He is
You heard me say
different.
what? You heard me
being
say
in
what?
I've
charge,
heard
nothing
Juan
to do with
say
being
some
right.
shows ago that
Being in
he
Hold on.
charge, being in charge has nothing to do with being right. Being in
Hold
charge
on.
has
You
nothing
you
to
you
do with
heard
being
what?
right.
Hold on.
I
I want to hear
heard
what you
you.
Being
said.
the head
Hold
has
on.
nothing to do with
Repeat
being
that
right.
last one. I digress.
Hans, I didn't hear you. I want to hear. I
Being in
didn't hear you. Go
charge
ahead.
or being the lead has nothing to do with being right. And if you
Boy,
feel that
talking
you're with
for God
somebody
on it
who
today,
can't
boy. You
lead,
hit me.
Wait, what
if you
was
feel like
that?
you're with somebody who can't lead, or is not a captain, or is right or is wrong most of the time, then you
Get off
can
the boat.
probably need to find yourself a new captain. It's as
Get
serious.
off the
It's as
boat.
simple as that. This is that simple. Find
Hmm.
yourself a new captain.
In my personal experience, the ship could be sailing fine. The captain may not be going as fast as the female may want the boat to move,
Mm-hmm.
but we be moving ahead.
Slow and
But if it's
steady.
not, even if it's not moving fast enough, some women don't know how to take on the shut-up-ness simply
But
because it's not moving fast enough.
I have to address what Hans said. You can't make a bold statement like that without me addressing. What did you say? You
So
heard me
what
said
bold?
what?
So what bold statement?
What I don't. You said I couldn't understand amongst the commotion. You said I heard Juan said what? I didn't hear you. Can
Oh,
you please repeat yourself?
I have heard you say now.
Hmm.
I can't remember verbatim, but it was along the
Okay.
lines of,
Okay.
yeah, you will listen to what your wife has to say, but
Uh
it
huh.
does not matter what she says because you are going to decide and make
Right.
your own decision on what you have to say.
Great.
Hmm.
Now put it back on me.
That's
Let me give you
incorrect.
the answer why I said.
That's incorrect, Hans.
Hold on.
I
Now,
said I'm not sure
first off,
verbatim.
hold
I
on.
can't remember something
Well,
along the
well,
Let him
well,
lines.
well, well
clarify.
here's the
Let's
thing.
let
Right?
one clarify. Let
That's
one
why I
Can I
clarify.
probably don't want to
respond?
say it.
Can I respond?
Clarify one. Clarify, please.
Listen. First off, where you went wrong. If you ain't got the facts, you can't speak verbatim because we
I
can't
can
speak
do what I
verbatim.
want. I didn't say
Hold on.
verbatim. I said
Now,
something
the
along those
reason
lines.
why, the
Hold
reason
on.
why I
Go ahead.
said what I said, right? Because it's been proven in 22 years of marriage,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
With the correct vows that we took, that the
Get to the
majority of the world
get to the
takes.
point. Get to the
Hold
point.
on. Can
Let's
I
do it.
finish? Can
Give,
I
give him a
finish?
second.
Please,
Go ahead. Go
please,
ahead,
just
sir.
get to it.
You have time. Take your time.
It's been proven that when
Yes.
decisions that need to be made about the majority of things are on my shoulder, they end up being the right decisions. That is why I said that.
Hmm.
I didn't say it based off of I'm a macho man, right or wrong. I say
Uh-huh.
what I say. No, that's not what I meant. You took it wrong. It's been proven from year one to year 22 right now that the majority of decisions that I say and I make ends up correct.
Okay.
Therefore, the decision making is left in my hand because I've proven to steer that boat the way it's supposed to be steered.
I feel
Okay.
compelled to tell a story about leadership, right? And I'll just speak in general terms. I won't call any names. Let's say said man has a task to complete. Let's fix the water faucet.
Mhm.
The water faucet needs to be changed, right? So the man goes and look at the water faucet, determines that okay, I could change this, but these pipes aren't the right pipes. I go and look for the right pipes. It's not going to happen today. Why can't it happen today? She says. It must happen today. Do you mind if I call somebody else to do it? You know what? If you can't wait on me, do what you feel like doing then. If you don't want to go with X, Y, Z, go with A, B, and C. So she goes with A, B, and C. Person comes in, puts in the pipes that came with the new faucet. The pipes, just as I thought they would. He put the new faucet on the old pipes. The new faucet got a whole different pressure, burst all of the pipes. The whole entire place is flooded with water. So now we bailing the place out of water instead of just waiting. See, this is when the boat wasn't moving fast enough. You wait until the captain say it is time
Time to
to
go.
drop the sail and go
There you
forward.
go. Exactly.
Right?
Well,
When
I
you
feel
don't
like
wait on the captain, your boat sink. So it don't say it ain't only about the captain ain't captaining, the
Dyson,
captain is not leading the ship. It's that these during they're not. You gotta wait. You gotta practice the shut-up-ness when
The
the captain
second
say
mates,
wait.
the
but here's
second
the
mates,
thing,
the second
Dyson.
Yeah,
mates,
I
the
would
second mates
say
just gotta wait until the
I
captain say it's safe to go.
the
That's
deckhands.
all.
but in that situation, Dyson, that you just described,
No,
whoever
the pipes didn't work. Those are the wrong pipes. And the captain said those are the wrong. The captain literally said those are the wrong pipes.
Dyson, to me, that person was just purposely being defiant. Because
Exactly.
not only did you give a full communication and right,
Exactly.
you
Communication
literally
complete.
laid out why.
Yeah.
You said why. And she
Yes,
still
V. Communication is
chose
complete.
And
to
It's
this
just
is
just
shut
it's
where
it
just
down.
pace.
shut-upness comes in.
The pace
This
was
is
not
where choosing the
desirable.
right partner comes in.
But you did choose the right
Facts.
partner. You choose not
Because
to.
the
You
right
choose not to.
partner would have
You
been
choose
like,
not to
well,
have
honey,
shut-upness and
that
let him
makes
take the lead.
sense. The right partner would have said, that makes sense. I understand that the pipes won't fit the new sink. I'll wait for you. Perfect.
No,
But
no.
whoever
I
that was
think
chose to be defiant.
no. In this story, I think the information, where the communication fell through,
Whatever.
is that the captain didn't provide a timeline. The captain didn't provide a timeline as to when the pipes were going to get fixed. So because the captain didn't give a timeline, he only gave the reason why it couldn't happen that day. A,
Did
B,
she
and C have to
ask?
happen.
Did she ask?
As to when?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But the captain didn't know
And
when yet.
stop
You see
moving
what I'm
the
saying?
goalposts. He just told you the story. He
Don't
just
tell me
proved
to
to
Listen,
you.
don't tell
But
me
at
what
the
to
end of the day,
I name man, I name
I'm
woman.
creating a
My mind
situation.
operates different from all of y'all.
But
At
you're
the,
moving the
wait,
goalposts,
wait.
though.
Hold on, let's pause right there. Say that again, Hans. Say that
I
again.
said
Please, wait on him. Wait on him.
I name
Hold on.
man, I name woman. My mind don't operate the same way y'all's do.
Okay, so that segues me into this point and this fact, right? When two people come together, man and woman, mainly man and woman, I'm I am not convinced, sir. I'm not convinced that women are aware that men live in a different reality than women do.
Oh, I know it.
You know that, right? So some
Yes, I
women
do.
do not understand that the reality men live in is totally different from what women experience in the world. So a woman may be able to call up a person to change a tire just like that, whereas the dude would have to go and do that himself. This is just how realities are different.
Society, yes.
You're following me?
Yeah.
So in the situation now, when that woman takes on that man, she now lives in his reality. He don't live in hers, unless he's the type of guy that said, I forget which I watched a reel the other day where the dude said
I'm a
a
simp.
girl, I don't know, the girl was giving him an analogy. If his girl came and told him that she just smashed some dude, what would he say? And this dude said something wild. He said he would ask her if she took a video, if he could watch the video, if she enjoyed herself,
Yeah.
did you like it?
Some people
Right?
set up like that.
Yeah, some people. So unless
Yeah.
it's a situation like that, we have to understand that men aren't usually comfortable with other men taking care of the things that their wives or their women need to get done. You see what I'm saying? So
I
that's
do.
why I'm saying the woman now has to exist inside that man's reality
Yeah.
and operate along the lines of, okay, we have to now change this tire ourselves. I know it's not something you used to. I know you got 10 dudes out there who would change that tire for you in a split second, but you are no longer in that reality. You are married now, or you are in a relationship now. And the reality is no other dudes supposed to come and help you.
So you
Yep.
subscribe for Geico roadside assistance, and they'll come and do it.
Oh, if you want to do that, that's fine. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey,
So,
and
but
listen, that is as serious as another woman servicing your husband as. It is as serious as that.
Oh, I
Um,
agree.
and
no,
and
she in agreement.
I
so
agree.
so I there are two, and I hate to go, I really hate going back, but I had to make 2 points here. You cannot demote a leader. There's either
Mm.
he's either a leader or he's not a leader.
Mhm.
And in marriage, there's no demotion. You either have a head of your household or you don't.
Or you don't. Yep.
It's either there's no demotion. It doesn't work like
Right.
that. There's no
Right.
demotion, promotion. There's no criteria. It doesn't work like that. So that's how. So with the captain, with the captain thing, to address, and I saw some comments here about captaining and co-captaining and people sleeping. The reason why all those things can occur, the reason why the captain can sleep is because the captain is the leader and he put and established rules into place. And that is why the co-captain can operate the ship while the captain is asleep or not there. Because he's following the captain's orders. That's the reason why. Because he's following the protocol that the captain established. That's the reason why the co-captain can operate the ship when the captain is asleep. Or the workers can do whatever needs to be done while the captain is away. Or the captain until the captain is away. But to something what Anne said earlier, a good captain appreciates and values a good co-captain. As a matter of fact, he would want his co-captain to be greater than he is in certain things so that he can rely on his co-captain
There's no co-captain.
When he needs advice, when he needs support, and when he needs help in these things. So instead of getting a bunch of argument and rowing when I try to get your assistance and help, what I want is support and for us to have a conversation and for you to say to me, this is what
that's
think.
normal.
But that is normal. But that's not what normally happens. But this is, I want your, I believe in you. I believe in your ability. This is what I think you should do. But if you're not going to do this, you know what? Let's do this. And guess what?
It's a Dr. Bazaar show. You don't let him get it.
I am not enough to say I am wrong if it doesn't work. If the pipes bust, if I put in the wrong pipes and they bust, I can say, bang, I screw up. There's nothing else I can say. And if you're married to a man who can't do that, you need to leave him immediately because that is not the right captain for you. Agreed. If the captain's going to sink the ship and say, but it's your fault, it ain't my fault, that's the wrong captain. You in the wrong house. It's as simple as that.
You can't take responsibility for something going wrong. That's it right there. The captain have to go down with the ships for making, because he has to take responsibility for the bad choices.
Why the captain goes down with the ship? Because it's his responsibility.
It's his responsibility.
That's also why normally when that ship going down, who's the first to the lifeboats?
Women and children.
Women and children.
There you go. My point exactly.
The captain responsibility is to go down with the ship.
So the responsibility lies on the captain more than it relies on anybody else on the ship.
Yeah. Enough with all the analogies. Hold on for a second with the analogies now. Let's cut it straight, dry, and right out. Women need to follow men because men are built for leadership.
That's a lie.
Some men.
All
I didn't say all men. I didn't say all men.
But you didn't say some either. You said
I didn't
women.
say all men. I said no.
Women.
Hold on, pause. Y'all
men.
know this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Sup'm show. We are not experts in the things that we talk about. All of our statements are opinionated, and we aim to talk until we meet some form of transformation. But on this Sup'm show here from day one, when you hear anyone from the Sup'm show say men and man, we mean real men. We don't mean them F-boys y'all be dealing with. We don't mean
soy boys
or the simps or whoever it is y'all want to call them. We're not talking about them. When I say men, I mean men who take on their responsibility of being leaders.
Okay.
And those men are built for leadership.
Yep.
And I don't care how much of a leader the woman is. When she gets with a man who is built for leadership, she now is second in command. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it, because she now lives in a different reality.
And the
Yep.
same thing goes for women. The same exact thing. When women are with men, ain't no problems.
What?
Now, if you
What?
got a man who's a
And
leader
what?
and
You
he
know what
What?
kind
with
of problems?
no,
What
no,
kind of
no.
problems?
Hold on now.
I mean
Hold
in
on.
the
I want
sense
Hans
of
Hans, you need to finish that. You need to expand that. Because Dyson
Please,
talked for like
please do.
2 minutes. Dyson talked for
just
like two
like
minutes. You
I
only
didn't
you
say
made one
I did
sentence.
not say females. Just like how the point I'm making is just like how Dyson made a clarification on what he means when he says men. What I'm saying is that same clarification also goes to saying women
As
instead
real
of
women.
anything else.
A lot of this
Real
sounds ego-driven.
Why
I
marry useless women who can't make responsible?
I prefer my
Yes,
husband trusting me to make
yes,
choices when he's
I
tied
agree.
up.
Absolutely,
yes.
Serena.
I agree.
I was actually literally just about to say that, little sis.
My
Absolutely.
mama told me 3 years ago I
I
mustn't
mustn't marry.
marry no worthless gal. Oh, no worthless gal.
Because what's the point? What can she do? I mean,
That's what the
No,
song
but
says.
here's the deal. Here's the deal. Even like I said, I don't care how much of a leader the woman is when she gets with the man who is a real man and also built for leadership. If there's something that she does better, that leader, that captain, is going to say, "Okay, you handle that segment of the boat."
absolutely. Yes,
But that's leadership now.
it is.
He's not going to say, "Oh, let me do that too because I'm the leader," or do it this way because
Exactly.
I know how to do something better.
But also
No,
Exactly.
understand
no.
this. No matter how great of a leader a woman is, when a woman gets with a man, she finds it so easy to submit to him.
I
She
disagree.
trusts she
I disagree.
and that's
I
okay.
disagree.
That's okay. When a woman,
Whoa, go
by
ahead,
my
Dyson. Go
definition
ahead.
of woman,
Dyson, I
when a
disagree. Go
real
ahead, Dyson.
woman gets
I
to a
disagree.
real man who has
Okay.
shown that he can properly lead, I feel like submission comes easily. And that
What
doesn't
type
mean
of
he
man though,
does
Ants? Ants, what type of
everything.
man though? What type of man you talking about?
The same kind of man
Man
Dyson
that
just
I was talking
described
about.
what y'all
Okay.
say is y'all talk about on the show.
Okay. Well,
Okay. Well, you need to clarify that.
let me
You need to
do
clarify that.
Y'all just said
let
that's the kind of
let me do
man that y'all
let
refer to
me
on the
do
But
show.
you need to clarify that as a woman.
I
See,
don't
we
need to
let
can clear.
clarify
let me
Listen,
anything.
do.
Ants, we can clarify
Oh,
that all day.
oh my
We can
God.
clarify. Listen, hold on. Us
Dyson,
three
go
right here.
on
Hold
because
on.
I'm not even
Let's
gonna
move on.
fall for this with JP
Us
today.
Hold on. I
three
dropped something.
right
Hold on.
here
I am
can
not.
clarify that all
I am
day.
not.
But see, it hits
Unnecessary.
different.
I
Ants,
literally just piggybacked off
no, no, no.
of
If
Dyson's
you let me
description
finish.
of what
Okay,
a
cool.
Pause.
man
No, ain't
is.
Pause.
no pause,
Pause.
Dyson. Ain't no pause. Ain't no pause. Hold
No,
on.
I just want to give somebody the floor.
It's
Let's
hold on.
listen to what JP is saying. Go ahead, JP.
All I'm trying to say is this, right? It hits different. When we say it, it's ego driven. You understand? When we say it, we have a, you know,
Woman
alter.
hating.
Exactly.
I don't think it's what
Oh
y'all say.
my
I think
God.
it's how y'all
Can
say it.
JP get the floor?
JP always have the
Allah.
friggin'
You
floor.
tell me I always get. I want it
All the
now. Can I get the
time.
floor, please? Can I get the floor?
All
Can
the
I?
time. JP
Can I?
always have the
Thank you.
floor.
Now, when you say it, Ernst, thank you, Dyson. That's a gorgeous picture. When you say it, Ernst, it hit different. You want to know why it hit different? Because it comes from your perspective. It comes out of your mouth. When we say it, we either being this, and that. We being 10 million different other things, except what it's supposed to be. When you say it, it hits different and it's accepted. That's all we're trying to say. Does that make sense?
Okay, so what do you have to say about that,
So
Ants?
go
Let's
ahead
take
and
this.
declare who's your
I
king.
ain't got
All
I
right.
ain't,
So,
I ain't got
but
nothing to say about it. Because
whilst I
I
have you
mean,
front and center, whilst I have you front and center, well, let me do mine first. Let me
okay.
do mine first
How's you dress up today,
because
man? You the show it.
let me validate. I want to
Dress,
validate.
Say what?
you dress up today, man.
Dress up? Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, dress up.
Let me validate why I call
Not even.
certain men real
I get
men.
it.
Talking beside your wildins. Your
Real,
wildins.
real,
Stop it. Your wildin'.
real men do not see their
There you go.
significant other as slaves, like the doctor said earlier.
Right.
Real
No.
men are not self-centered. Real men are
No.
not making decisions based on what they want in
Self-centered
the
like a
situation.
motherfucker.
Real men look for the greater good. Real
Yeah.
men look for the right way and the righteous way to do things and to make things happen. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Real men, if there's a corner to be cut, If we trying to cut corners or play little games or all type of other type stuff, it's for the benefit of the family. But most times real men don't even deal with that. We go in hard, we go in factual, we go in logical, and we make stuff happen. You understand what I'm saying? But we are not going to. No, only stupid men are going to jump into fights that they know they can't win.
Correct.
And a lot of times, there are certain type of women who just want their men to jump into a fight for the sake of fighting.
Yep.
That's not what real men do.
Nope.
You see what I'm saying? So those are the type of men. Those are the type of men that's doing. So if I say the pipes can't get fixed today, it's not because I hate you. I think you're a slave, or I think that I'm not interested in fixing the pipes. I have noticed that I may even feel as though the pipes don't need to be fixed, but because you're my woman, and you said, hey, I really don't like the way this faucet looks. That already in my head, any real man would say, wait, all right, let me put that on my list of things to do. Get this faucet fixed. Especially if that's your love language. Acts of service. You see what I'm saying? Yes. So when that hit the mind, it'd be like, okay, I'm gonna get that done. But a real man doesn't have somebody else outside fixing the tire. Remember, the real man have to go and fix that tire himself. So I have to prioritize. Get to work on time, or be able to pick up the children, fix the tire so we can pick up the children, or fix the faucet. I have to choose. I can't do both at the same time.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So when you have to wait, it's not because I just say wait and shut up. It's because there's a reason why you have to wait. There's a reason why you cannot move forward yet.
And only
there's a reason why you can't go. You see what I'm saying? So now that I've explained what the real men are, can you please bless us with a description of the women that you're talking about who are who are worthy of
well played, sir. Well played.
Of leadership that a man like that can bring to the table. Please describe a woman like
well
that.
Well played, sir.
If you may.
The floor is officially all yours. Go.
I'm only gonna go right off of the story that Dyson just gave. I'm not about to sit there yapping for a long time.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
A real woman, literally, after you gave the reasoning behind what's going on, would have went along with that. She knows why. It makes sense. You definitely can't do everything at once, and you want to do it properly. So any real woman would understand that. Now, she may also give a suggestion. You may not want that suggestion, but she may also suggest other alternatives that you can do so that you don't have to do everything by yourself. But a real woman wouldn't just go behind and decide to do something else. Because first of all, it's a conversation you're all having anyway.
Correct. All right. So everybody. How on a scale from 1 to 10, even the viewers, on a scale from 1 to 10, how important? We're talking about real men and real women here. How important is obedience in that relationship?
10.
Just obedience now. Not the shut-up-ness.
Just obedience. No, not the shut-up-ness.
10.
Shut-up-ness is not important. 10 for the obedience.
10.
With context?
Yes,
with
context. Yes.
I'm not talking about
absolutely with context.
I'm not talking about slave whip, sweep the floor, or else.
That's why I say with context.
I agree, K-Mac.
We're not talking about that.
I agree.
What about shut-up-ness? Shut-up-ness? Scale of 1 to 10? 20.
So if it's a 10. If it's a 10.
Oh boy. I guess it's 5 for me because I need somebody who can debate and who's intelligent, but at the same time, once I make the decision, that needs to be it.
Yeah. I agree with
you about that.
Don't mind me, y'all. I agree with it.
It has nothing to do with being right or wrong. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with me being your leader, your head. That's what it has to do with. It has nothing to do with
AKA your king.
There's nothing to do with that.
See, I don't like the negative connotation behind that we're putting aunts that you're putting behind obedience. Obedience doesn't mean because you're saying that you took it out of your vows and whatnot. because you
You
didn't
you never
feel
got
like,
to
okay,
Dyson. Dyson.
now
why
you
did you
got
take?
Kmart talking about animals and all that. You
Dyson is being
Because there's
corrupted.
one.
So
It's
how
being
you
corrupted.
know it
You're
wasn't
never
me
gonna get.
following his lead of where I get that from?
Because
because
he
you
just say,
said that you omitted the vow. You said you did. That's
So
all I
and
know.
now and now
but
came
you
out
don't
say
know
obedience
why.
is for animals and y'all is one. So if he
All right.
said
We are one.
You moved the
it's on
goalpost
you.
again. You said, "How do we know?" And I answered you because you said it. That's how we know. You said it.
That's
We ain't asked
What
you
you
that. You
saying,
said it.
Doc?
that, that I didn't
What you
omit
saying,
it.
Doc?
I said you don't know why I
That's
omitted
not
it.
what you said.
That's what I
That's not what
said.
you said.
You
That's
know
not what
that
you said.
I
You
did.
I
said
about to
I
mute
that
gave
is
y'all,
you a
man.
why we
reason. Yes, it
omitted
is.
the obedience out of our vows. That's what
That's
you
not
said.
what I said.
Boy, I
All
can't
I,
wait
I
to
all
go
I'm
back
said.
saying
and watch
is
this
Dyson.
episode. All right, this
I
is on
can mute
YouTube,
them, Mike.
family.
I mute name Mike, man.
Dyson.
Hey, Doc,
Dyson.
what you saying,
The,
man? I mute
no,
them.
all I'm saying is the old baby, the obey, the old,
They can talk now. Go ahead. I can flick in. Hey, put y'all in timeout.
the obey is not the same obey as far as we everybody always has a choice, and we're humans. That's what we're talking about. I don't know
Right.
why we have to go so deep into this. It's very obvious, and it's not slavery. It's not. It never
It's not.
was, and it's not. So I don't understand why we're having this discussion. It's not necessary, but it's been corrupted because people want to push an agenda or something, and that's why it's been corrupted. But nevertheless, it has nothing
So,
to do with animals or nothing like that.
our friend Sabria, who's commenting, she's hitting some really heavy points, and she falls in the age bracket of the young women who I feel, and maybe I shouldn't even say I feel, who
Thank you,
have
Sabrina.
demonstrated.
Sabrina just answered exactly what Ann said earlier about why I said what I said. Go ahead and read that. Read it, Ann.
Of
I want you
course,
to
you
read.
won't be.
But I don't
I
need to
want
read
us to
that.
read it.
I don't have to read anything.
I
You can
can't
listen
read
to what
it.
I say. I don't have to read that to you. Read
Should
it
I read it?
yourself.
Okay,
Can
guys.
I
What you
read
want
it?
to
Gather
do, sister,
around. Gather
please.
around. JP's about to read. Gather around, guys. Shh.
Jesus Christ.
Of course, you won't be obedient to an airhead or a man/woman who constantly makes poor decisions. Sounds like that person has lost your respect. This is why I said what I said. I make the majority of sound decisions. That's why it relies on me to make the best ones. Thank you,
And what did
Sabrina.
I say when you gave that explanation?
I know what you say. You say a lot of things tonight. I know.
She
I
said
know.
she
Oh,
agreed.
I know. You
thank
say a
you,
lot.
Dyson. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
she
Thank
agreed.
you,
She
Dyson.
agreed. She agreed. So I was about to talk about. I mean, because
Button,
I
buttons,
think
pushing them.
we did a show on
Button,
divorce, and we
button.
saw that the divorce rates were very alarming. We also saw that the number when it comes to domestic violence in relationships was much higher in woman to woman and woman relationships, which I'd like to point out at this time that demonstrates that the issues in relationship usually stem from the females.
I'm waiting on a response.
We can go we could talk about that in another show.
I'm waiting on a
But
response.
I want to
I hear
talk about
crickets.
young relationships and young women, especially
Crickets.
the ones who remove the obedience line
Crickets.
from their vows. Right? I wanna,
Crickets.
I
Y'all,
wanna
that was
answer.
literally, that was a joke.
No, no,
I'm just
no,
joking
no,
about it
no,
too.
no, no,
I'm joking
no,
about it
no,
It
too.
was
no,
a
no, no,
Listen,
joke.
no, 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 no,
listen.
no. You ain't gonna do
For me,
that. You ain't
for
gonna do
me,
that. You
no,
ain't
no,
gonna
no.
do that.
Hold on. Personally,
Joke?
personally,
No,
You just had
personally,
to have been there. It was
no,
a
no, no,
joke.
no,
personally,
no, no, no.
personally, a relationship or a marriage is not about the ring. It's not about the how many flowers or how pretty your dress was at the wedding or how many guests you had and if you all had steak and lobster on the menu.
No,
That's not
joke.
what marriage is about, bro.
Nah,
Marriage is a commitment to each other. Only two people in
yeah.
that situation.
That's right.
We had 10
Literally.
people at our wedding.
It's about obedience and shut-upness.
But I often hear young women say, "Oh, what man, flick man. How much time you got?"
That's the mic you need to mute right there.
I know, right? Let me mute him, man. I even forget what I was gonna say. Final words, man. Flip.
I'll start. My only final words is do what works for your household. Period.
See that? Listen, y'all. That is the face, right? No, no, no. The other one you had it on Dyson before. Huh. That is the face of obedience and shut-upness right there.
No, she drinking her coconut water and minding her
Good.
business.
Great. Shut-up-ness works great.
Final words, one. Take your time.
Oh boy. Yo, okay. Listen, this was
I
this
can
is
remove
a
this
heated.
show.
This was a pretty much heated discussion
I'm
because
moving the show
we
off of
have some
YouTube.
people on this panel that changes their vows. They change their vows and they ain't down with obedience and shut-upness. You understand? But on the other hand, they value a captain who can steer that ship through those rough waters, so to speak. Right? So the question I gotta ask, right? When it comes to true leadership, do
Thanks,
you
Sabria.
think thinking logical versus emotional is best for the marriage? Since the spotlight is on this handsome guy right now, I say logical because with logical, you remove the emotions from certain situations.
I agree.
And in certain situations, can I please, damn man, come on.
I just
She
say I
she didn't say
agree.
much. She agreeing. Jesus,
Okay,
Lord
that's
of
good.
I'll
mercy.
That's
mute
good. That's good.
myself.
All right, man, that's good. That's good. Hey, Dyson, can you kindly mute that person? No, I'm playing. I'm playing. Listen, when you deal with a situation as a leader and as the driver of that boat, right? I feel men should have a logical outlook on every situation that you're trying to lead. Because the minute you start to go into that emotional realm is when you get all types of shit misconstrued and confused. And once you start to get confused and misconstrued in all the situation, your lady will lose respect for you if she has to take the lead.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, as much as it may sound like, yeah, I guess I strong, I independent, all this other silly bullshit, right? They don't want that. They don't want that.
No.
They don't want that. They want to be led. They want to worship their king. You understand?
Yes.
You do. You do.
Yes.
And you want to be,
Head and toe.
your king to look at you like a queen. So yes,
Head
let me
to toe.
finish. Let me finish.
Head to toe. True. King and
Right?
queen. Mhm.
So the point that I'm trying to make here, like Dr. Ken Prasad said, like all of us on this panel, we're not referring to those punk ass soy boys, simp ass dudes who can't lead. This is not for you. You gotta go improve your life and just do shit, get back, where you need to get. This is for true men and true women, grown men and grown women. If you want your woman to respect you, you gotta put in that work and you gotta lead correctly. Right? And vice versa. If you want your man to respect you, you need to take those proper vows. Don't rewrite them. Take the proper vows. Don't rewrite them. Okay? And I'm gonna leave it right there.
What you got to say, Doctor? Dr. Campazad, Empire Fitness in the building. Y'all stay fit. What's going on?
To our great leader, Dyson Knight himself. I think we need some team building exercises this week. I think we need some kumbaya meetings. So
This is a good
listen,
show.
man,
pull it together.
This is a good show.
I could just mute more
No,
mics.
man,
That's what I could do. Moving
we
forward.
all respect, for everybody listening, we all respect and love each other. That's the first thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Secondly, as far as vows, I took a lot of vows in my life, and I took all of them seriously. I took a vow for marriage, took a vow for med school, took a vow for some other social organizations I'm in, and I take all of them seriously, right? My role as man and head of the household, and my uncle told me this a long time ago. He said, if your wife stubs her toe, it's your fault, right? If she buck her toe under your care as your wife, it don't matter where she is, no matter what the situation is. If she's hurt for any reason, it's your fault. And that doesn't have to be physically hurt. If she's injured, if she is impaired, like if your wife say I don't like the pipes. That's an injury to her that you need to fix. And most,
Yep.
no, sorry, all real men, when your wife says something like that, that don't leave your head. When your wife, if your wife say, I'm like the color of this door, like that don't leave your head. That stays in your head. That doesn't go anywhere. Even though we may act like it, and I may be letting out a secret right now, but even though we act like it don't mean nothing, women it does. Trust me, it don't go nowhere. Not to the real niggas. Now, if you with a man who you say something like that and he just toss that in the garbage, I'm sorry. You're in a weird situation and y'all have something deeper y'all need to fix. There's something deeper you need to work on. Because every man, like we described and defined earlier on the show, takes their wife, opinion, feel, when it's, I don't want to say, yes, emotions, like the emotions are in our care, even though you're making logical actions and movements, but her emotions are in your care. Her emotions are under your care and protection also, as well as her physical being, her comfort, and that's what the vows mention. That's what the vows are about. The vows are not about commanding anybody. The vows are not about having control of anybody's faculties or being in charge of anybody. If they change the word obey to follow, we wouldn't be having this discussion. If we just said to cherish and follow, we would never be having this discussion. People just corrupted the word obey, and obey triggers a reaction. The word obey triggers a reaction. If you say follow or go behind, we wouldn't be having this discussion. And it would mean exactly the same thing. So it's just a word that triggers people. That's it. And people are purposely trying to corrupt this. That is my belief. That people are trying to purposely corrupt this for some reason to turn it into something else that it is not. All right? Now, being the leader that we're supposed to be, and it always comes down to this, almost every show we come down to this discussion of men. This show, and the men on this show are never going to say, you're the boss if you ain't the boss. If you don't have your act together, if you ain't doing right by your queen or your family, if you are not taking care of business like you're supposed to, then you don't deserve no type of shut-up-ness or obedience. You don't deserve it. And if you don't deserve it, guess what? If you don't deserve it, you gotta shut up.
Yeah.
You gotta shut up. And you might just have to obey. You might just have to obey too. Okay? If you don't have it. So we can never let the soy boys and the Simps and them dudes get away. We can never let you get away. So don't watch this show thinking that we be on your side. You might get your feelings hurt. We're talking about real men here, and real men who earn the right and earn the position and have found that queen that can obey. But for me, I don't need you to shut up. But somebody might need that. I don't need you to shut up. I need a woman who is intelligent, who I can have a conversation with, who can tell me when I'm wrong. And I need a woman who can show me I'm wrong. Not just tell me I'm wrong, show me I'm wrong. Don't tell me I'm wrong. Show me I'm wrong. I need a woman who can show me I'm wrong, not tell me.
Yeah.
And that's two different things. A lot of women just forget that. It's two different things. Just saying I'm wrong and showing I'm wrong is not the same thing. So you need a woman who can show you that you're wrong with respect so that we can move forward and on to the next discussion as, like we said before. Otherwise, the discussion isn't over. So remember, it always boils down to you men, being the man and the man that you're supposed to be, setting up yourself, behaving yourself properly, establishing your financial and your business situations, education if necessary, and fixing this.
You better, because people call you the fuck out.
So that you can find yourself an adequate queen, somebody who can co-captain, somebody who can run the ship when you're not there, somebody who can do who can execute things that you needed to execute. All right. God bless.
Off the cat massage, yo. Go ahead, Dyson. Tell them how you feel, son.
Well, the doctor hit some of the points that I was going to say, so I don't need to repeat it. I'll just end the Sup'm Show episode 70, obedience and shut-upness, with a quick story about
Okay, go
a
ahead.
dad and his child on the train. Yeah, on the train at the train station. The boy's out playing. The dad yells at the boy, "Son, lay down flat on the ground." The son immediately obeys the father, lays down flat on the ground. The train passes over him. The child lives. If the child had taken the time to turn around and ask his dad, why should I lay down flat, he would have been struck by the train and he would have been dead. I'm not calling women children. I'm not calling all men fathers, but I'm saying there's two people in a relationship and one has a clear view of the other. So if the other one sees something, a train crash about to happen, and yells out some statements that sounds like it is a command, an urgent command, you have to have that level of trust in that person in order to do exactly what they say before asking questions. If you don't have that trust in that person, you have some serious deep issues. Counseling is very trending right now.
Very trending.
I do suggest
unaffordable,
it.
if I must say, unaffordable,
Unaffordable, and it helps.
and it helps.
And it helps. So shout out to all of the therapists out there. Y'all make yourselves quite visible so the people could find y'all. That's episode 70 of the Sup'm
I
Show.
ain't close out, man.
Huh? What happened?
I ain't close
said
out,
something.
did you?
Yeah,
Yes, I
Hans
did. I
already
started
talked.
it.
Okay, hey, my bad, man. I just didn't remember. I was logical for a moment.
Yeah. And further to that story, I mean, it's a lot of time whilst you alive, while you still surviving in the real world, where you can ask questions as to why. But actually, the why is apparent after the train then passes over you and you live. You see why. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So you will see why. Anyway, great show, guys. Thank y'all once again.
I love it.
I'll see y'all next week. We're going to post the topic for next show on Wednesday. And yeah, y'all be safe and have a great week. Peace.
How does add to those sparkly things? How does she do
I don't
that?
know yet. I tried it. I think it's because I'm not using y'all on your phone. You on your phone?
I on my phone.
Oh, I guess y'all phone just break up, man. Y'all not obedient enough to get those
The
things.
only thing I can do from my phone is this effect here.
If she tell me how to do it, I'll obey. If she tell me how to do it, I'll definitely obey. Definitely.
That's the only effect I got, guys, right here.
And Strian, goodbye.
See y'all later.
Peace.